It was mid-morning as Henry was approaching Elsbridge with his 11:15 suburban service. At this time of day, Henry would meet Daisy, who would take on passengers who wished to travel along the branch line. But today, Daisy was nowhere to be seen when the big green engine drew into the platform.
Where is that diesel rail car? She's usually here before I am.
Don't worry, Henry. I'm sure she'll be here soon.
Henry looked up at the clock. 5 minutes passed, then 10.
If Daisy isn't here in one more minute, I'll...
Henry was cut off by the sound of Daisy's horn.
I'm sorry I'm late, Henry. There was a cow on the line.
Are you still afraid of our bona fide friends, Daisy?
No, the stubborn animal wouldn't move. I had to wait for the farmer to take her away.
Daisy looked up at the sky.
But I mustn't keep you waiting. Looks like rain on the way, and you may need to find a nice tunnel to hide in. Bye, Henry.
Of all the nerve!
Later, when Daisy reached Farquhar, she ran onto the sidings for a rest. Thomas, who was also there taking on water, could see the diesel rail car wasn't happy.
Hello, Daisy. Is something wrong?
It's the same routine every day. I take passengers from one side of the branch to the other, and then I take the milk train. I long for a change, even if it's just for a little while.
You should speak to the Fat Controller. Maybe he'll let you work on one of the other branch lines for a few days. Passenger traffic has been steady here this month. Toby and I should be able to handle them, and Percy can take the milk for you.
That's a splendid idea, Thomas. I'll speak to the Fat Controller the next time I see him.
The Fat Controller had just arrived and had heard everything.
I couldn't agree more. It just so happens that an engine is needed temporarily to take the shuttle service to Peel Godred. Thomas and Toby can take care of the passenger services on their own here for the next week.
Oh, thank you very much, sir.
The next day, Daisy left for her new assignment. She marvelled at the unfamiliar surroundings.
Ooh, how lovely.
Daisy soon arrived at Peel Godred. She was idling happily at the platform when an electric engine came to a stop opposite her.
Oh, you're here. I can smell your diesel fumes from my shed.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you are a diesel engine powered by oil. Your kind are just as out of date as steam engines. We, however, don't need oil or coal. We are powered by good old electricity.
I don't see what's so impressive about electric engines. If there was a blackout, you would be stuck.
And Daisy rolled away. That night, Daisy was complaining to Boko about the electric engine.
I would take no notice if I were you, Daisy. I've met those electric engines before, and they can get a bit too big for their wheels at the best of times. They may say oil-powered diesels and steam engines are obsolete, but one day perhaps they will eat their very words.
The next day, Daisy arrived at Marin to collect her passengers bound for Peel Godred.
I'm in no mood to take any nonsense from that electric engine. Ugh! If he does, I swear I'll blow a fuse.
Don't let it get you, Daisy. Just enjoy the tranquil scenes and the country throughout our journey.
If you say so.
When Daisy reached Peel Godred, Steve was already there waiting.
What kept you, railcar? Had to have a change of oil, did you?
The passengers disembarked from Daisy and boarded Steve's coaches. But the electric engine was only a few inches out the platform when he came to a sudden stop. The station master came out of his office.
There's been an outage at the power station, so the train can't leave.
What about the backup generator?
It's gone too, I'm afraid. I'm sorry, but this train isn't going anywhere.
Daisy then had an idea.
Perhaps I could take the train, sir?
If we don't get this train moving, we can have a swarm of angry passengers on our hands. Very well, Daisy. You can take the train.
So Daisy crossed the points and ran onto the electric line as Steve was uncoupled from the coaches.
Well, well, looks like electric power isn't as reliable after all.
Daisy shunted Steve out of the way and took charge of the train. And with a cheerful toot of her horn, Daisy departed, leaving the electric engine feeling rather embarrassed. For the rest of the day, Daisy took care of the passenger service, while Boko, who arrived a little later, handled the goods, and both diesels did a splendid job. When night fell, power was restored. Daisy rolled up beside the 4 electric engines.
Oil-powered diesels and steam engines may be obsolete in the eyes of you electrics, but I think, even today, you have seen we still have our uses.
The 4 electric engines were too ashamed to respond, so Daisy rolled away, feeling pleased with herself. Some days later, when she returned to Thomas's branch line, she told the others all about it.
You sure showed them.
I know that diesels and steam engines have their differences. But we don't shut down because of a blackout.
And with that, the 4 branch line engines laughed heartily.